Eugenia. So today I'm going to be doing a makeup video that I'm really excited to do. I'm going to be trying today the new Jeffree Star Cremated palette. I've been so excited for this palette. So I'm actually not even sure exactly like how I got this. I'm coming back to Connecticut for a while after being on the West Coast for a while, like in California and stuff. I ordered this like back there. Like I ordered this and a bunch of lip glosses and all of that. Yeah, so then I got here and I had like a bunch of mail. It was pretty crazy, I guess, from not being here for a while. I happened to find this cremated palette came. So I'm not sure if it was sent to me, which if it is, then thank you so much to Jeffree and to like his cosmetics company for being kind enough to send me this because I've been super excited for it. If not, which I'm like, that's probably the case, I don't know, but if not, and it was like a mistake, then I feel really bad because I definitely would not want to be getting like a free palette and then not paying for it by some kind of accident or something. I would have probably filmed this actually a lot earlier, but like I said, I've just been like unpacking a lot and kind of trying to get more settled here and stuff. I think it's such a cool looking palette. I think that Jeffree's makeup here looks amazing. I thought it was so cool that this is like kind of like a gothic style palette with a lot of black shades and grays and everything. Yeah, I love this like style of this, like with all the marble and everything like that. I feel like it's super cool and really unique. So many of these shades I'm like really excited to try. Yeah, a lot of these like Angel of Death and Pallbearer. I hope I'm saying that right. It's like so many of these shades look super cool. I don't really have like any other palettes like this that are kind of just like a really cool kind of like gothic style palette. All right guys, so I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by putting a little bit of eyeshadow primer on. So I feel like there's definitely a lot I could do and like a lot of options. It's cool here too. I think it kind of like makes you realize how many different grays there are because there's a lot that kind of look a little bit more blue or a little bit more green or just kind of like all different tones, which is really cool. I think maybe I'll start by using like a little bit of the shade Wednesday right here, which looks like a gray. Yeah, but it looks like a nice gray. I'd say maybe like a blue gray. Something else that I think is really cool about this palette, like so far, is that it's like a lot of cool tone shades, which that's kind of what I tend to like usually, is like more cool toned. As you guys can probably tell, I'm like really pale, so typically cool tones just like work really well with me. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this on. This is a really nice gray. It seems to be blending like really nice. So I think that that is such a nice gray. It just seems to be blending in like super easily. It's definitely like a very nice like pigmented gray. All right, so I think the next shade I'm gonna use is this shade right here, Mortuary Beautician. I hope I'm saying the name of that shade right. It looks like kind of like a little bit of like a darker gray. I don't know if sparkly is the right word. I don't know, it looks like a really nice shade. So anyways, I'll just like put it on. Probably do a better job that way in describing. Wow, I like really love this shade. I feel like it's just really pretty. You can kind of see that it's almost like metallic-y kinda. Yeah, it's just like super nice. Also, again, these shades like all seem to blend really easily. I'm also gonna use a little bit of the shade Hearse. Yeah, this looks like it's probably the darkest black in the palette. And it's great when you find a really good black. And I feel like a lot of the blacks in Jeffree's palettes are really good. So I'm really excited to use it. So I'm just gonna use that like right next to those other shades. What was the other shade called? Like
Mortician, Beautician or something?
No, Mortuary Beautician. Okay, gonna put that right in the crease area right there. So this black, it's definitely just like super black, which is like exactly what I wanted. This is just like perfect. This is probably one of the best blacks that I've used. And it's definitely just like super pigmented. I didn't even put that much in my brush. And it also just doesn't seem to be giving me any fallout or anything like that. It just seems to be blending also like really nicely. All right, next I'm gonna go into the shade Life Insurance right here. And I'm just gonna kind of use that to just kind of like blend out those other colors a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know, I usually do that with my eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna do that like right on top of those other shades. Alright, so far I'm super happy with how these colors are working and like blending and everything. So I think what I'm gonna do now is, I don't know, there's like a couple of shades I really want to try. Like I really want to use Angel of Death. Angel of Death just looks like a super pretty kind of like sparkly black. So I was thinking I'll probably want to use a lot of that on my lid, but then I also really want to try Pallbearer, which looks super pretty too. So I think I'm going to start by using a little bit of the shade Goodbye here, which I don't know, to me it looks like kind of a gray, maybe with like kind of like a blue or green tone. So I think I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on my lid, and then I'll probably go over that with Pallbearer on like kind of like the other side of my lid. Then I think I'm gonna try a bunch of Angel of Death, because Angel of Death looks super cool. I feel like I'm gonna really like that shade. From what I've seen like testing it, I really love it. And I like that it's like a really cool, kind of like a metallic-y, kind of sparkly, this really pretty black. Oh wow, and now that I'm actually using this shade Goodbye, I'm like, okay, so I think this is definitely kind of like a green tone. That's so cool, guys, that there's like that many different types of gray. I really think that's really cool to this palette. It has like so much variety of that. I'm probably like the worst person ever describing colors, so I'm so sorry, but at least you can like see how it looks and stuff. To use Pallbearer, I'm actually just gonna do that like right with my finger. I feel like shades that are kind of like sparkly sometimes, like they'll just go on really well that way and just kind of apply nicely. So I'm thinking this will probably work like that. So okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Wow, so this really is such a pretty shade. This is like very like sparkly kind of, wow. I just feel like that just made like this eyeshadow look even better. So okay, now I'm gonna do Angel of Death. I'm super excited for that one. Next color I'm gonna use is this color called Diamond Ashes. And this color looks super pretty. It kind of just looks like a white metallic-y kind of shade, and it's another one that I've actually tried a little bit like here and there. This one I think is like super, super, super pretty. It's probably one of my favorite shades. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on. Yeah, I like this shade so much that I think I'm also just gonna kind of like spread it like in my lid a little bit too. Yeah, so I definitely think that one is like for sure one of my favorites in this palette. It's just like so pretty. So next, I think kind of like below my eye, I'm gonna try the shade Gravedigger, and I'm just gonna kind of like put that below my eye. So this shade too is super, super nice. This is also just like super pigmented. I feel like it's like doing a great job blending with all the other colors and everything. Okay, I'm just gonna putting that all below my eye. And now I'm just gonna blend that out, I think, a little bit with maybe Solemnly, I can't talk. Then I think I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit with the shade Solemnly Swear. And I'm just gonna put that a little bit below where I put Gravedigger. Okay, wow, so that blended super nice. I know it might be kind of a weird choice where it's kind of like not the lightest color to blend with, but it's like, it's a really pretty shade, guys, so why not? And like, I feel like it's working, so yeah. So, okay, now I'm just gonna use a little bit more of Diamond Ashes and also put that kind of like in the corner at the bottom of my eye. Wow, yeah, this color is just so pretty. All right, so I feel like once again, that color works super, super well and just like blended super nicely. I feel like it just works super good with all these grays and everything. So now I think I'm just gonna use a little bit of the shade Deathglow, which looks like a white, like a real white. I'm gonna put a little bit of that just kind of like near my brow bone. Wow, and this is such a good white. Okay, so this white, it's like, I feel like some whites will be kind of like hard to see, especially where I have like very pale skin. But this white I feel like is really showing up. I feel like this white is working perfectly, doing exactly what it's supposed to do. A little bit above that, just kind of like as an extra highlight, I'm just gonna use a little bit more of Diamond Ashes. I'm also just kind of obsessed with that shade, so I just kind of like want to use it even more. Wow, okay, this is like an amazing, like, okay, when you put this below your brow bone, this is such a good like highlight like this. Wow. That's the first eye done. I think I've probably used a good amount of shadows now. There's still tons of shades here, but I feel like for this look today, that's probably a good amount of shadows that I've tried. I might use a little bit more of Hearse, which I think, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, which is the really dark black, kind of like after I do liner to just kind of like blend things a little more. I'm super, super happy with these shadows. I think that they are super pretty. I think they apply really nicely. I think this is like such a cool kind of like gothic style palette. If you guys watch like my old videos, I used to literally just put like black eyeshadow like on my entire eye. I'd go like a mile below my eye with like eyeliner. It was pretty crazy. So, you know, it's like, it's too bad I didn't have this palette when I was younger, so like I could, you know, if like had like emo makeup or like goth makeup, maybe could have done something a lot better than what I was doing. But it's okay because now I can do that. So yeah. But anyways, okay, so I'm just gonna kind of like do liner and mascara and all of that. And then I'll be right back to show you guys how this looks. All right guys, so these are my eyes all done now. So I kind of wasn't sure if I wanted to use a white liner, but like on my waterline or a black one. I ended up doing a white, just kind of, I thought it would be kind of like a good contrast, but I don't know, I think a black would work really good too. And yeah, of course, like I did the other eye, so that's this eye look all finished now. So this is kind of like the first like full look that I've done with this palette, and I really love this palette. I think this is such a great palette. I always really love Jeffree's like eyeshadow palette and stuff. I think he just makes really great makeup. And yeah, I just love the whole style of it. I think it's super cool that it's kind of like a gothic style palette. The colors are super beautiful. I feel like a lot of these, like, it's cool that there's so many different shades of gray, because like when I would have thought of like grays or blacks or whites or whatever, I would just kind of think of like the one shade. But it's cool that this palette actually like shows you there is like so much variety that you can do with those shades. Like as you guys can tell, I like to put tons of eyeliner on. I feel like there's also a lot of like everyday things you could do too, especially like with that row. That's more what you like to do. Was not really expecting to get this. I was actually really surprised when I saw I had a palette come to this house, because I knew I ordered one back in California, but then it was like, oh, I guess I already left, so I guess I'm gonna have to probably wait till like August or whenever I'm back there. But I was really happy and surprised to see that I actually had one here. So again, like, thank you so much to Jeffree and to Jeffree Star Cosmetics for sending me this. If they meant to send me this, sorry if that's really awkward if they didn't. And if this was just some kind of mistake, which again, if that happened, I feel really bad, because I would definitely not want to be like accidentally like stealing palettes or not paying for palettes that I should be paying for. I'm like super happy with it. I'm definitely going to be using it a ton. And one more thing that I actually wanted to do in this video before like ending it. So I feel like this eyeshadow palette can go like really go with kind of like a nude like lipstick and like things like that. I also thought I bought like actually the lipsticks in this collection too, but I don't have those until I get back to California, like the lip glosses and stuff. I did bring one that I bought. I did buy pretty recently like this black shade of lipstick, Weirdo. It's like another Jeffree lipstick. I actually haven't tried it yet. This came like right before I left, so I ended up bringing this one with me. Yeah, like I thought in like some of the photo shoots that Jeffree did like with this collection, where like he had a black lipstick on, it looks super good. Like with these eye colors, it could look really cool. So yeah, all right, so I'm just gonna real quick just open this. Okay, wow. This is like such a nice lipstick. Like this is a really good black. It is like, wow. So this black went on like so well, and I feel like it just shows up like super good. Like you guys can see, it is like super black. So this is a really great black lipstick. All these kind of like grays, blacks and everything, like they work really well with the black lipstick. Like I don't wear black lipstick that often. This is like the first time I've tried Jeffree's black lipstick. I've had a couple of other blacks that some can be good, some don't show up that much, but this one definitely does, which is great. All right guys, well, I guess that this is final finished look today. So hopefully you guys like how it turns out and everything. If you liked this video, then you can give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys, bye!